She sound fancy. Threw him out of office. We fired him. What we told him? You are. And he ain't coming back, you know. He ain't coming back. Family. A very pleasant afternoon to you all. A very pleasant afternoon, my family. It is normal that I thank Almighty God. You come to expect that from me right now, right? Thank Almighty God for opportunities like this one to address my party and to address my constituents or my fellow constituents. The protocol has been established, my family, but I must recognize the best Prime Minister. I'm serious. I must recognize the Honorable Sylvester Harris. That's his name too. The best Prime Minister. I must also recognize our Deputy Prime Minister, the best Deputy Prime Minister too. I've seen him working and he's improving. Alex Pepperseed, Deputy Premier. I recognize you and thank you for the support you gave us and continue to give us in number one. And all my other colleagues, the Honorable Lindsey Grant, Eugene Hamilton, A.G. Juicy Byron, Jonel, my fellow constituent. I get you voting, so I gotta stick with him. Vernon Connor, the Honorable Michael Powell, First Lady Constance Mitchell, and my fellow constituents. Warriors from the East! Warriors! You know, we just recognize that we have all the unity partners here this afternoon. And when I recognized that, I reflected that it was in October last year, October the 20-something, October the 29th last year, when the CCM convention was held and a new premier came to the fore. And that premier came to the fore after the Premier Vance Winkworth Emery, for the first time since adult suffrage in this country, any leader handed over the leadership baton to his successor, and Vance Emery needs a rapturous round of applause. Last month, March the 25th, we had the second PLP annual convention. And at that convention, the Prime Minister and leader of the PLP was returned unopposed to office. And for the first time in the history of St. Kitts, you will have a Prime Minister handing over the Prime Ministership after 2 terms, no more than 2 terms. We agreed on that. He'll hand over the Prime Ministership to Sean. And Sean is being groomed well for the position. You heard me, family. After serving 2 terms, we're not going to have nobody in the Prime Minister's office who want to serve till they're dead. Never again in this country will we have a Prime Minister who want to serve in such office for life. Never. Never will the short man from back of the land ever serve as Prime Minister again. He had it on. Never ever will we have a Mugabe in St. Kitts again. Never. Today, Sunday the 22nd, we are here at the 53rd annual convention of the People's Action Movement. 53 years. 5 decades and 3. Or to use biblical language, 50 years and 3. 53 years, my family. But yet people are trying to say that PAM has lost, thank you, or is losing its identity. After 53 years, you lose your identity? Well, after 53 years, that got to be sustainability. That has to be sustainability. And what PAM is doing after 53 years, 5 years and 3, 2 years. Wait, you're mixing me up, man. You're mixing me up. You know, watch me. Mathematics was always my strongest weak point. I confess. So don't blame me, right? I can count to 4. I count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I done. All right? So don't blame me. So, after 5 decades and 3, my family, PAM is here and here to stay. So why are you worrying about those on the opposite who talking about PAM lose identity? PAM has 4 seats in the parliament. 4 seats in the parliament. With that in identity, what is? But why you want to control unity? No. The opposite side wants you to mash up unity. And you can't be fooled by them. You can't be fooled by them. PAM, as a part of unity, shares the common vision of 3 parties in unity to move our country forward. To satisfy the present without forsaking and without taking away the ability of future generations to satisfy their own needs. The Prime Minister always likes to talk about consecrate the future. Because in the Bible, Timothy talks something about that. Timothy, where it is, verse 1, chapter 1, verse 32. Right? But look at Luke. Luke 1, verse 37. It tells us, with God, nothing is impossible. You hear me? With God, nothing is impossible. So my family, this is the hope which does not disappoint. It is a hope which enables consecrated life to keep writing its great history well into the future. And that's what team unity is all about. My family, there is future in PAM. But beware. The opposition cannot win elections. Don't let them fool you. Whether Alexis has the date in his pocket, they say the Prime Minister made good. He never talked that with me. But I could tell you, the next elections, you will have 2 choices. Only 2 choices. One choice is unity. You hear me? You have 2 choices, simple choices. Either unity, or you go back to that vagabond from back of the land, according to the mighty thunder. And Alexis say, we ain't going to reverse, right? That's what he say? No, the old car done broke down. We're going in modern cars nowadays. So my family, we will have 2 simple choices. And it wasn't for Timothy Harris or Sean Richards or Vance Emery. We had unity, you know, or we got unity, you know. Unity came from you, the people. So why you want to mash up unity? You can't mash up unity. There's nothing without unity. So just like the last elections, we gonna have simple choices. And I want you to select Jamdong. See Jamdong down there? Jamdong say, we ain't going back to that wicked, corrupt short man from St. Paul's. Never. It was Fighting Hunks, the champion from Connery, who said, the Constitution never see a Douglas coming. You remember that? You remember that? The Constitution never saw Douglas coming. Well, the Constitution ain't changed. The Constitution ain't changed. So how are we going to go back to Douglas? By like Jacqueline from East Boston. She gone? Or Jacqueline, wave your flag. What you said? Jackie said she's a PAM for 30 years. More than 30 years? But Jackie tell me she's a PAM in unity. A PAM in unity. So I want to say to you, don't let them fool you. Sonny Nolan, I see Sonny outside there. Sonny Nolan say it loud. Say it loud. Say it loud. Well, I see the chair lady stand up. So, oh, okay, she's Pam and proud, so she stand up. So I'm going to use my rest time to address my constituency. My family from East Boston. Warriors, during the campaign, I made some commitments to you. Many commitments. The first commitment I made was to give up half of my salary. And to date, I have put over $140,000 in a fund to help ordinary people with medication, school supplies, and so on. I promised you the housing, and I talked to the Minister of Housing today. He has shown me the housing on Wellington Road will start soon. I take his word. But tell you the truth in closing. The East Boston Labour Executive in this arena, because as he want revenge. Because as he want revenge for them 4 leaks to get. But the East Boston Executive for Labour say he ain't find the other 3 yet. You remember till the last year, he only find 1, Ike. I remember Ike tell him look for the other 3, but he ain't find the other 3 yet. So somebody tell me they're bringing a frock man. You hear so? You hear so? I hear they're bringing some frock man. So I asked, I said, well, that frock man got to be a priest or a lawyer, because all of them know where you're going. So I planted the gown, the frock man. But lo and behold, I find out the frock man ain't a lawyer or a preacher, you know. The frock man is a head teacher. The frock man is a head teacher. And I always got evidence, you know. The frock man will hide out some cars in his basket here, a teacher. Right? But tell the truth, my family, East Boston and the country gonna ask the frock man teacher some questions. And one of the first questions we're gonna ask the frock man, tell us about the $4,700 he got per month from PEP. And tell us if that's why he said PEP is a blessing. This had nothing to do with his salary, you know. It had nothing to do with his salary. He draw down. Let me put it right. He draw down. He pulled down $4,700 a month from PEP. That's why he used to be in the red shirt them talking about PEP is a blessing. Don't call me call about the name, you know. So the frock man. Right? So my family, we got to be careful. We talked to the Life and Resurrection Church. He said, the pastor, bless him. But my family, in closing, I want to say thank you to the people of East Bastille. I promise you that I will never let you down. I am committed to serving you. They're talking because we're building the roads. We're building the Island Main Road, there's an election coming. Douglas couldn't build the pier, Unity building it. He talked all kind of things. We build the East Bus Terminal, and we're going to build the Bastille High School soon, Deputy Prime Minister. But I love you. God bless you. My family.
Thank you, Honorable Ian Patches Liburd.